Welcome back. So, I took a moment to, as my other, sometimes I have to actually restart the computer that I record on to refresh it and also deal with the memory leakage, so that way I can be able to have a little bit more memory to do a more fresh recording. And while I did that, I logged out and logged back in, and as I thought, where is that thing? Oh, here. This popped up. It was like, hey, what's new? Shadowlands, Covenants, character customization. Also, as I suspected, Shadowlands has now been added to the adventure guide. And you can see now the dungeons. You can see the raid, the first raid, as well as the world bosses. And powers. This is new. This has to do with the new thing that they were talking about involving the legendaries that we're going to be able to collect in this expansion, including some of the various different powers. Now, you can actually look at all of them if you wanted, regardless of what class you're playing. For the moment, however, I'm going to be, of course, because I'm a Death Knight, this allows me to be able to look at this. Some of them will be for specific specs. I can even be able to, just look at blood if I want, or I can look at all three specializations. So, like, Death Strike refunds 50% of runic power, and it heals you for more than 10% of your health. Vampiric Blood ability also affects all party members for 50%. So, Hard Strike reduces the remaining cooldown of Vampiric Blood. There's some other ones for like Frost, like Remorseless Winter damage will be increased by 30% the first time it deals damage to 3 different enemies. You gain Rhyme. Some really cool, interesting stuff. And I'm really, really happy that I found out that many of these kinds of recipes and such are going to be account-wide. That was a brilliant and wonderful decision by Blizzard. Thank you. More account-wide stuff, please. So, Jaina. Rest here while you can. I will tell you what I know.
A single spot.
Anduin insisted that our allies would come for us. I confess I had begun to doubt him. I'm sure that you have many questions. I'll do what I can to provide answers, but I'm afraid, even after... What has it been? Weeks? Longer? Time loses all meaning in a place of such darkness. Forgive me, let me tell you what little I can. It's worth noting that I could tell some of these segments had cutscenes that they, of course, wouldn't play because it was beta. So some of the cutscenes that I'm expecting to play, I have not seen. So, yeah.
Be careful who you trust.
I know this place is a lot to take in. Take a moment to gather yourself. When you're ready, I'll tell you what I know. Tell me about this place, Jaina.
I know what must be done. Very well. Where to begin? Denizens call this realm the Maw. From what I have gathered, it was intended as a prison for the most foul, irredeemable souls that ever existed.
Something has changed. Pure, noble souls are being held captive here as well. They cry out in torment.
Indeed. And one of their tormentors, and ours, is Sylvanas Windrunner. It seems she has made a powerful ally. The Shades whisper of someone called the Jailer.
Just to show you the size difference between Sylvanas and the Jailer. And yeah, that's Sylvanas' new model. With more spiky armor. Tell me more of this Jailer.
Control your power. The Jailer rules this realm. We know little about him, but it's clear he has taken a special interest in us. He has personally overseen our treatment here.
We have endured countless torments. At times, it felt as if we were being tested. Though for what purpose, I cannot say.
Whatever this Jailer and the Banshee are planning, it won't end well. For any of us.
Look at them torturing Bane. What about the others who were taken?
Be careful who you trust. I caught glimpses of Bane and Anduin during my attempts to break free. They live. That's all I know for certain. But I have found no means of leaving them all. I can only manage to teleport short distances. This nightmare feels inescapable.
Countless souls are now pouring into this realm. Some have been here for untold ages. Perhaps one of them knows a way out.
I can scarcely imagine the horrors such spirits have endured. I fear there's nothing left of them to save. They manifest as malevolent shades that wander the darkness. I doubt they'd willingly help us.
Knights of the Ebon Blade have ways to compel the dead to speak. If we seize one of them, we can extract its secrets.
Yeah, Darian's right on that.
We cannot let the world fall to darkness.
I need time to recover after that battle. Thrall could use rest too. While we rest, perhaps you and Mograine can seek answers.
I will never forget.
We are driven by a single purpose: retribution.
If these souls have information we need, we will take it from them. Even after being shattered by the Banshee, the Helm fragment given to you by Bolvar holds the power of domination. With it, we should be able to take control of the spirits long enough to find out what they know. They will need to be sufficiently weakened before we can break them. I'm confident that you are more than capable of that task.
We must forge our own destiny.
By the way, look at this map. Woo! Yeah, don't worry about Torghast. We'll deal with that much later. I've heard so much about it. I'm so eager to see how it's going to be. The Plains of Torment. What a lovely name!
Use the helm while it's weakened.
Agony, eternal despair.
A fractured remnant of the Lich King's power. Your soul is mine.
The true.
He was happy. The true end.
At last, the true.
Get over here. Look, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna say it on occasion. Just gonna have to deal with it, okay?
At last, the true.
Alright, one more. You.
These souls are too fragmented.
Eternal
There
despair.
must be another way. We know much.
Useless. These souls are far too fragmented to provide us with anything. Wait, what is that? Look over to the ridge. There lies our quarry. No telling how many souls are writhing together within that amalgam. With any luck, one of them might be coherent enough to give us answers.
The Knights of the This target poses a considerable threat. I will signal the Ebon Blade for assistance once we engage it.
By the way, don't I have that tabard he's wearing? do. The Tabard of the Ebon Blade. I just don't have a tabard equipped. But I can throw it on if I wanted to.
Ebon Blade, to me! Turn this monstrosity down! To your will.
You cannot bind me. I will obey.
Harness your hate. Make it useful.
Find enough mouths and one of them is bound to speak. Let's bring this thing back to the cave and find out what it knows. My instincts were correct. Whatever dark magic binds these souls together also keeps them more or less coherent. It will take time, but we'll find out what this thing knows. My interrogation will require use of the helm, but rest assured, I will return it to your care. Let's bring our prize to the Lord Admiral.
You're coming with us.
I wonder how long it's going to be before I'm allowed to mount in this area. And so there it is in the corner with Darian, basically interrogating it.
Speak, fiend!
No hope, no mercy. No talking.
I will do what I can.
It seems your search was a success. Enough rest. There is much to be done.
We all have...
Anduin is being kept in a place the Shades call the Tremaculum. It's not far, but the way is perilous. I have tried more than once to free him from his captors, but the forces holding him are too great for me to handle alone. I'm counting on your presence to tip the scales.
The Alliance will endure. Once we
Alright.
find Anduin, my staff will serve as an anchor for me to teleport us back to safety. All set. Let's get moving.
Alright. I get to hang out with Jaina and Thrall. It's like old times. As always, of course, it's great hearing Metzen doing Thrall and Laura Bailey doing Jaina. Look at Thrall go! Blade Storm! Oh, that's a big one right over there. How do we get there? Ah, I see a road. That's a Stygian giant. Let's try and avoid that, shall we? This is not the character where I would be testing out, like, hey, I wonder how strong it is. This character did not get raid geared from BFA. My Demon Hunter on the Alliance side is raid geared. Not this guy. So if I want to test it out, I'll test it out on that character, not this one. But in case you're curious, I did fill out all of his slots with the Argent conscript gear from the tournament grounds, with a couple of pieces from the rares, including this and this. Whoa! Spikes! Whew.
This is the Tramaculum. Here, souls are tormented, twisted into wretched shades.
Last I saw Anduin, they were taking him to the tower above. We need to find a way up there.
Watch out, Thrall! Ah!
Here. I sense tendrils of magic tethering this rune to the tower. It should take us there.
Anduin. Sylvanas!
There's Anduin.
Sylvanas, what does she want with him?
Probably to make him pay for interfering with her plans.
The time for dreaming is over.
Sylvanas has the jailer's forces at her command. She could call them down to overwhelm us. It won't do Anduin any good if we are all captured. Let's hold off on engaging her until we know what she's after. Oh, but I want to kill her. Come on, Jaina. No. All right, fine. I lower Shadow more and like, all right, fine. You can kill her and absorb her soul later. Lie low and observe.
You won't succeed.
Such a narrow vision. You disappoint me. No matter. We will find what we seek. In another.
Anduin! How badly are you hurt?
I will live. I'm relieved you're all safe.
These bonds are too strong to break by force. We must find a way to free him.
Hi, Anduin.
Greetings, friend.
I knew in my heart that the light would not fail us. Your presence here is the proof. Sylvanas thinks us broken. She believes that she has already won. We'll show her how mistaken she is. First, I'll need your help. The bonds that hold me are impossibly strong. We'll need the key to free me of them. My imprisonment here has been overseen by a creature that they call the Afflictor. The key is likely in its possession. Fail the Afflictor, tasked with breaking down the most powerful souls in the Tramaculum to serve the jailer. Okay. I have seen many souls brought here during my detention. The jailer seems to want to break them, to twist them into his service. Or worse, no soul deserves such a fate. The Mossworn here hold the keys to their chains. Free as many as you can and we'll get them away from here.
Never.
I'll do what I can, Anduin. We'll be back for you. In the meantime, you! Oh man, I love doing that.
I'm out of range.
Oh, come on. Let me make sure I'm actually tracking these.
Find the cave on the other side of the chasm. Our allies will protect you there.
My. I have one more key. By the way, I believe that's a mount that I can get in this expansion. And I want it.
Ebonblade forces are positioned nearby. They will defend you.
Okay, 12 of 15. One more cage over here, and the Afflictor, I believe, is right up there.
It's too far away.
Still gonna need to get one more cage. Well, hopefully there's one up here where he is. Oh, there's one right here. Never mind.
Your bonds are broken. Hurry, before the guards return.
It is a little weird not seeing Thrall using his old abilities as a shaman, but it's very clear he's not a shaman anymore. But then again, he can't really call upon the elements here in the Shadowlands. Then again, our shaman characters will kind of be able to, but anyways, you get my point. It's very obvious that he's not a shaman anymore, that he's mainly just a warrior now. I mean, he's using Blade Storm, for goodness sakes.
You will be broken!
Not before you. Oh, and I have friends to help me out with that.
All will serve the jail.
Alright, let's get back to Anduin. Nope, still can't mount. Hey, how are you? Kind of like ships passing each other in the night. It's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Alright, let's get you out of there, Anduin.
Thank you, champion. I feared I would never be free of those shackles.
We should move quickly. Are you fit to travel?
I will be fine once this place is behind us. Lead on.
I knew I could trust you with this task. Though we face insurmountable odds, we must try to do what is right. I had almost forgotten the feeling of freedom. Now let us take the fight to these fiends. I cannot express my gratitude enough for your help. We mustn't linger, however. The jailer's forces will soon be alerted to the disturbance here. Let us leave this place at once.
Be vigilant.
My ability to teleport is limited here, but I should be able to open a portal back to my staff's location.
Those wounds look serious, Thrall. Let me tend them.
Thank you, Anduin. It'll feel good to be back at full strength.
Your arrival is timely. Our friend has something to share.
Indeed. So, take note, Anduin, one, he still has Charlemagne on him. Two, clearly showing that he is either a... Okay, people are still to this day debating if Anduin is still a priest or if he's now a paladin. Let me point this out. In lore, a paladin is a priest who has martial combat training. Meaning that he was a priest who then was able to now start wearing armor and be able to actually learn how to fight in combat. That's essentially in lore what a paladin is, because that's what they used to be, and then they got training and such, and you get my point. I consider Anduin now to be a paladin, but I know some people still kind of debate that. But, by the way, when I watched my friend do this in the beta, Anduin had this constant, like, glowing light aura about him as kind of a buff. I guess they kind of, like, fix that up. So, anyways. What does he have to say, Darian?
Not yet.
Even shattered, the Helm of Domination possesses incredible power of the souls of the dead. But don't take my word for it. Ask our friend here. Make it talk.
See through. Speak. How do we leave this place?
Futile! The path sealed long ago.
So there is a way out. Tell us where to find it.
Waystone! At the cauldron! No! Dormant. Broken. Nothing escapes the maw.
Could you make sense of what it said, Lord Admiral?
The cauldron it spoke of lies beyond the River of Souls. I believe Bane is being held captive there.
Then it seems our course is clear. For us, there's no peace, no rest.
I cannot say that I enjoyed wielding the Helm of Domination. The magic that it holds is unsettling to the dead. I gladly return it to your care. Oh, gee, thanks.
We must forge our own destiny. We cannot leave these innocent souls alone to their fate. Our remaining forces will remain on guard here. Signal us when you find this Waystone.
By the way, I love that he's wearing that set. I love that set, and it's the set you get from Ulduar. And it's the set that he used to wear back in Wrath. Pretty great.
What would you
Also,
like,
the swords.
daughter
I'm
of
sure you
the
recognize that from the South Park episode about World of Warcraft, right? You can even get that sword in Noxramas. Miss Proudmoore? Our next step is clear. We must travel to Zoval's Cauldron, a frightful place I've heard spoken of in fanatical whispers. It's a forge of sorts that lies across the River of Souls. I've only been there a handful of times, but I have seen Bane held captive by the soldiers there. If fortune favors us, he'll still be nearby. Once he's safe, we can see about finding this waystone the Shade spoke of.
A single spark can set the world aflame.
Cross the River of Souls. We'll catch you later, Darian. Oh, hold on.
Yes. We are done here.
You're troubled, Thrall. What is it?
Still no sign of Tyrande. We cannot leave her alone in this nightmare.
Agreed. But we have no idea how to find her. We will do our best, but this waystone may be our only means of escape. If there's a way out of the Maw, then there has to be a way back in. We will return for her.
Oh boy, that's a big one over there. Alright, hold on. Everyone gather in one spot, please. Hey, look at this. I'm fighting with Jaina, Thrall, and Anduin. That doesn't look very pleasant.
Hold! I hear something stirring.
Your wretched soul.
Wait a minute.
Feed the coming dark.
Hell yeah!
Wretched? I heard you were soundly beaten by a force of wretched champions, witch.
You will pay for that insult! The skies of your world will be darkened by the wings of my Mawsworn!
For Azeroth!
Drown! Drown among the souls of the damned!
What is this madness?
This sound! It's unbearable!
Keep moving!
I want you all to note some of the things that they are saying. Just to give you the scale, right there. The scope, scale, and size of the amount that are here. Lord Illidan will show us the way. Elune will protect us. I trusted Sylvanas. There were children on that boat. How did I get here? So many. Just to really show this is what has been going on for some time. Many of these are supposed to go to the Arbiter and go to other places in the Shadowlands. Instead, every single one, all of them, have been coming here to the Maw. That's not supposed to happen. This is what Sylvanas has been helping orchestrate. this right here should help give you an idea as to what we are here to try and fix. By the way, when I did this in the beta with my friend, this bothered her. Seeing all those souls there, that really got to her.
Look! On the precipice above! Is that?
The jailer.
He has Bane.
Oh, no.
The time for dreaming is over.
The jailer has Bane. Oh, this is worse than we feared.
Pitiful mortal. I find your spirit unworthy. Bane! No!
His wounds are mending, but his spirit remains weakened. I've never seen anything like it.
I believe I have. In a place very far from here. Loktar.
Even as Bane's flesh mends, his spirit draws closer to death. I have seen dark magic like this before. Among the Shadow Moon clan. Yep. The jailer's minions must have inflicted a similar malady upon Bane. The only cure for the Shadow Moon's curse was to find the object that they used to poison the spirit and shatter it. The sorcerers of this realm wield ornamental daggers that might be what we're looking for. We must find the one that they used on Bane, quickly.
Together, we are strong.
I was a damned fool for throwing my axe at that sea hag. We cannot afford to lose focus. The battle ahead won't be easy. I'll need another weapon to help us fight to the Waystone. Looks like these soldiers have plenty of armaments. Let us keep an eye out for one that I can use.
Let honor guide your path.
So yeah, Helya's back. We thought we had permanently killed her back in Legion. Turns out, no. She's back here and is working alongside Sylvanas and the jailer. Remember, she had dealings with Sylvanas back in Legion. So, you can kind of see the connection there. So this was something that many people were theorizing and speculating on, about whether or not Helya was going to be here. And right off the bat, we get our confirmation, Helya is here. Also, yeah, this is going to be a little funny. We're trying to find a suitable weapon for Thrall, because he doesn't have the Doom Hammer anymore. My shaman has it. And he just lost that axe that he had been making, that we saw him have in BFA. He just kind of tossed it at Helya, and, well, now he has to find another one. So, let's see if we can find a decent weapon for Thrall.
A crossbow? I prefer to strike my enemies face to face. I suppose it's got heft to it. Let's see what else we can find, though.
I'm laughing and I love this little bit here that I saw in the beta, because, I mean, this is Chris Metzen. And I just think that they were just like, yeah, Chris, just have some fun with this little bit of dialogue here. Just kind of like, you know, go ahead and toss in some little jokes and such if you want. He's like, oh my gosh, after all these years I have to find a replacement weapon. So you guys remember how when we were questing through Kultiris as my Demon Hunter, and we were mainly going through as the tank spec, how my health bar basically never moved? That's very much how I feel with Blood Death Knight these days.
I've never been one for staves, but at least it won't break in a melee. Let's keep looking.
Alright, Thrall.
This must
had the
be
blade.
the dagger. Bane's blood still stains its blade. A serviceable weapon, though I've never understood why the Alliance seems so fixated with swords. Too much blade, not enough haft.
Huh.
Too long a handle. Better than nothing, I suppose. Let's take one more look.
Oh, Thrall, you are so picky when it comes to your weapons. I joke, but like I said, I was getting such a kick out of all this little dialogue that Thrall was having here in regards to this. I thought this was really funny, that he was just like, a stave, or a sword. You know, and the fact that it's Metzen just put a smile on my face. Like, okay, can you two just kind of stop? It's like, do you mind? We are trying to find Thrall a suitable weapon.
From Ka. For Azeroth. At last, a proper warrior's weapon. If the jailer comes, he will taste my steel.
Thrall. I'm so glad Metzen continues to come back to do Thrall's voice. It wouldn't be the same if it was someone else.
Well met.
We can only hope that Bane's curse was inflicted by one of the sorcerers here. We were fortunate to find the sorcerer who poisoned Bane's spirit. I'll need your help breaking its link to the High Chieftain. This lacks the balance and craftsmanship of a good Frostwolf axe, but it will have to do. Let's get moving. Now that we have the dagger, it will take the combined will of all of us to sever the weapon's link to the High Chieftain. Jaina, Anduin, and I must do our part to keep Bane's spirit grounded, so it will be up to you to deal with whatever force is unleashed when the blade is broken. Are you up to the task? The Withering Presence.
Together, we are strong. When I break the blade, be prepared for whatever comes.
This curse is...
Oh hey, I have another player helping out.
You must defeat it quickly!
You got it.
Hold on, Bane! Do not let the jailer take you!
I think he's coming too. Bane, can you hear me?
Anduin? I thought my end had come. It almost did, were it not for this champion. Then you have my eternal gratitude, hero.
Anytime, Bane.
I am Bane, son of Cairn.
Were it not for your efforts, I'm certain my body and soul would be trapped in this forsaken place for eternity. I owe you my life, and I will fight to my last breath to repay this debt.
I wish we had more time for you to recover, but we need to move.
Understood. Lead the way.
We cannot let the world fall to darkness.
We must move quickly if we wish to find the Waystone. The soul mentioned it overlooks the cauldron, which would put it somewhere upon the ridge on the other side. Unfortunately, this area is swarming with enemy forces. We'd best avoid engaging them, lest we draw the jailer's attention. I can shield us from sight, but we all have to stay together.
A single spark can set the
We
world
seek a
aflame.
waystone located beyond the cauldron. Have you seen it? I spotted an obelisk of ancient stone upon the high ridge. it did not seem important. The jailer's forces pay it little heed. What do you think it is?
Our way out of here. We hope.
Alright, Jaina, do your thing.
A long road lies before us.
Zoval's cauldron is heavily fortified with the jailer's forces. We'd be wise to pass by undetected. Give the word, and I will shield us from their sight.
I know what must be done.
The jailer's forces seem endless. There is no way we can fight through them all. Jaina, can you hide us from their sight?
My spell will get us past most of his guards, but there will likely be some who can see through it. Stay close. We can't afford to draw their attention. Hold here. Careful. These eyes can see through my spell.
The size of the jailer's army rivals that of the Legion, and it's growing larger.
Hold here.
She casts mass invisibility. I love that they're showing her casting all these known mage abilities in gameplay.
So many souls pouring into the maw. The dead of Azeroth, Draenor, worlds beyond our imagination. All damned to this place.
To be forged into weapons for the jailer. Despite all Sylvanas has done, we fight when we must. I never thought she'd be a part of something like this.
I can make us invisible again. Give me a moment.
Don't mind us.
Look, on the platform ahead. That must be the Waystone. We need to reach it before the jailer takes notice.
The Waystone was said to be dormant, yet it seems to be reacting to our presence. I can't find a way to activate it.
I don't think the stone is responding to us. I think it's responding to this champion.
Interesting.
Sometimes we must fight for what we believe in.
We made it. If we can activate this Waystone, we just might be able to escape this place. I've never seen markings like these before. I've studied Titan artifacts, but this appears to be made by a different hand. It doesn't respond to me. I think Jaina's right. The Waystone is reacting to your presence. Perhaps you'll have better luck activating it. Stay on your guard. The jailer's forces paid this no mind when it was dormant, but there's no telling what they'll do if that changes.
Victory.
When
in
the jailer
light.
realizes our plan, he'll send all his forces against us. Our only chance is to keep them at bay long enough for the Waystone to fully charge. Every second counts.
Relic of the First Ones. Responding to a mortal? Impossible! Horsewood! Take them! It's too far away.
Hold the line! The Waystone must finish charging!
My forces are vast, endless. We have stopped endless armies before. We will never yield.
I mean, he's right. How many endless armies have we faced in the past? The Scourge, the Legion.
It's nearly charged! Do not falter!
Death comes for the soul of your world. All that you see, all that you know, will be undone. Jaina, something's wrong. It seems the Waystone has stopped charging.
The stone responds to you, champion! Try to activate it while we hold off the Jailer's army!
Oh boy. I don't like this. You reach out and touch its surface.
Nothing escapes the law. Yield to the inevitable.
They've stopped their advance. The light is with me. Even here.
Yo, Anduin!
Go, champion! Go! You have failed.
I have precisely what I need.
What does he mean by that? Hopefully I'll try and come back for them. That was an awesome moment for Anduin, but just goes to show once again the Jailer's power is just like, pfft, cute. Zoom.
An agent of the Maw is attacking Oribos. Defend the Arbiter!
Hold. The Maw's power does linger upon them, but I sense... No, that cannot be possible!
You arrive alone at the precipice of a strange city, knowing the leaders of Azeroth remain trapped in the Maw. Wherever you are, it is clearly very, very far from home. My gosh, look at this! Look at this! It appears that your arrival has been noticed. Find your way inside Oribos to learn what is happening. So, welcome to the place that is going to be our main hub of this expansion. Oribos. This is basically the place in between the 5 different places. This is going to be interesting. But yeah, this is essentially the Dalaran of this expansion. The Shield of the Arbiter. Attendant Protector and Protector Captain.
Greetings, mortal.
Who are you, stranger? Where am I? Have I escaped the Maw?
Trust in the Arbiter.
We must bring them to the Overseers at once.
Come with us, stranger.
Who's this them? It's just me. It must be the purpose. It guides us always. That being reeks of the Maw. Did they just escape the Maw? Impossible.
The reports from our scryers were unmistakable. The Maw shuddered for a moment, as if reacting to some change.
An ill omen, to be certain. What can it mean? Overseers, this stranger appeared at the city's edge. I believe them to be a living mortal.
Another unexpected development. We shall see to their reception.
So whereas they were the shield of the Arbiter, these are the will of the Arbiter.
Every soul has its place.
The Arbiter watches over all.
Let us begin to align your path to the purpose. Do you think you can manage that?
Trust the purpose.
A mortal? In Oribos? The purpose has brought a mortal to us? I'm sorry, are you in charge here? Where am I?
Trust the purpose. How may I aid you, mortal?
All she said was, impossible. Could it be an actual mortal being in the Eternal City? The purpose be served.
The Eternal City.
A living mortal? Incredible. Forgive my astonishment. I am Cardelen. I am an overseer of the Arbiter's attendants here in the Eternal City of Oribos. You stand within the heart of the Shadowlands, while we are accustomed to receiving souls from all manner of worlds within the mortal realm. Never before has one arrived that is quite so corporeal. Answer honestly, mortal. Did you truly escape the Maw?
We all have a part to play.
Yes, I did escape the Maw.
Every attendant in Oribos is taught that the Maw is unbreachable, that the malevolent souls within were sealed away for all eternity.
This mortal's escape might mean the prison is weakening. If true, the banished one could...
Cardelen, Kasher, purpose be praised. At long last, the Arbiter has stirred.
Wondrous news, honored voice. Mere moments ago, there was a disturbance at the boundary of the Maw. Then this mortal appeared, claiming to have broken free of it.
A living mortal? Surely their presence here serves the purpose. If the Arbiter reacted to their arrival, perhaps they are the key to waking her.
Is this mortal worthy of such an audience? They may prove to be an agent of the Jailer.
It is the Arbiter's place to judge souls, Kasher, not ours. I will bring this mortal before her. With her voice have I spoken.
Blessed be her voice.
Blessed be her voice.
Very interesting beings, these overseers and members or agents of the Arbiter. Very interesting.
What news do you bring? Oribos welcomes you.
Come forth and be judged.
Finally, the purpose may be guiding us again. I am Tal Inara, honored voice of the Arbiter. I speak for she who is ever silent. The Arbiter watches over Oribos. She blesses us with her wisdom. Every mortal soul that enters the Shadowlands passes before her for judgment. In the merest fraction of a moment, she sees every glory, every folly, every joy, every regret. With this knowledge, she chooses an ideal afterlife for that soul. At least, she did. Not long ago, catastrophe struck and... Come, some things are better seen than explained.
Your path is chosen.
I will join you.
Blessed be her voice. I pray the Arbiter will awaken in your presence, mortal.
Oh my gosh, that's the Arbiter? Look at these. These are just like the doorways that we saw in the capital cities in the pre-patch. So we're going to be able to go back and forth between Oribos and our capital cities on Azeroth, based on how these doors look. So this is the Arbiter. And apparently the Arbiter has been inactive.
I speak for the one who is silent.
What is this place?
I will consider your work. She is unchanged, ever silent, ever still. When you arrived in Oribos, I saw the Arbiter stir for the first time in many cycles. It gave me hope that she would awaken and resume her blessed purpose. Mere words cannot describe the glory that was. Step forward, that I may show you. For uncounted eons, the Shadowlands was in perfect order. Infinite afterlives, with Oribos, the eternal city, as the shining heart. Every mortal soul came before the Arbiter, and she, ever wise, experienced all that had shaped a soul in life. With this knowledge, she consigned every soul to the afterlife it justly deserved. Until... in that dread moment, our perfect order was shattered. And so it is that every soul, kind and cruel alike, is denied its rightful afterlife, and instead is damned to the inescapable torment of the Maw. Now souls rich with anima travel only to the Maw. We have tried everything to stop it, to awaken our blessed Arbiter, to no avail. Without anima, drought has gripped the Shadowlands. The afterlives have grown isolated, Fear and uncertainty haunt us all. With countless souls feeding the jailer, I fear he may grow strong enough to break free from the maw. It is said he is filled with hatred for the Arbiter. If he strikes her down, it would bring the end of everything the First Ones made. Return to the lower levels. The Overseers will prepare you for what is to come.
So, this gives you an idea as to why certain characters that we have known from the past have been sent to other certain places. This is why, when I showed you guys the animations for Afterlives, this is why Uther was sent to Bastion. This is why Garrosh was sent to Revendreth. It's interesting that she sent Draka to Maldraxxus, which Draka herself thought was unusual. And of course, this is why many of the druids, including Ursoc, went to Ardenweald. But what was that hit her in that cutscene? That red energy that hit the Arbiter. I imagine it had something to do involving Sylvanas. Because the idea is that because all these souls are going down to the Maw and powering the jailer, who Sylvanas is working with, and it goes alongside with their plan, and we know that this has apparently been going on over the past few expansions, that, yeah. What exactly was that hit the Arbiter? I'm not sure. But this explains what's been going on.
Trust in the purpose.
The purpose brought you to us.
We may find a shared cause in the purpose. It has sent you to us.
Fate.
It is disappointing that you were unable to stir the Arbiter, but we must not give up hope. Your continued presence in the Shadowlands may help our cause. Perhaps your efforts would benefit from creating a tether to the mortal plane. The map table in this chamber was put in place long ago by the First Ones, the wise architects of all you see. If you have a memento from your homeworld, place it there. The table's magic can establish a connection. You know, I just so happen to have something right here.
Blessed be her.
A fragment of the Lich King's Helm of Domination. Hey, Bolvar.
More outsiders. What have you done, mortal?
Be at ease. I am Bolvar Fordragon. These knights and I are here to help.
The touch of the Maw is upon their souls as well. But if they found a way to break free of its influence, perhaps they can aid us.
So yeah, we got the reinforcements in here. How you doing, Bolvar?
We stand together against the darkness.
I am relieved to see you survived that realm of darkness. I am eager to hear the tale. The helm fragment connected us while you were in the Maw, as if through a darkened pane of glass. I saw glimpses of what you endured, the terrors you faced. At least the heroes of Azeroth yet live. They must be saved. By affixing the helm here, You gave us a tether to Azeroth that served to bring a few of us across the Veil. But you and other heroes who join us require a stronger connection. Our acolytes can open portals back. No doubt these attendants will be particular about their placement.
Fight for Azeroth.
You seek to open a doorway back to the realm of the living? Oh dear. Oribos is crowded enough with so many brokers arriving every day.
Now, Karshare, be hospitable. Mortal, I suggest establishing your portals where you first arrived. Just outside the city.
Very well.
Champion, please confirm where our acolytes should open the portals.
Our master's will be done!
Lord Bolvar asked us to aid you. Let's head outside.
Ashes to ashes!
See, this is another, yet I continue to find reasons why I'm so happy that I chose to do this as a Death Knight. The fact that I'm doing this with other fellow Death Knights and members of the Ebon Blade, it's like, I feel this connection here. That I feel like I wouldn't have, or, you know, feel that connection on other classes. Like, from a story standpoint, this is awesome.
What?
Summon the portals here.
We will ravage this land!
I have opened countless portals in my lifetime, but never one that connected two planes of reality.
I thought death was the end of existence. Here, it seems, death is a power that offers new beginnings.
Of course, the human opens the portal to Stormwind, and the orc opens the portal to Orgrimmar. Because of course they do. Alright. This part is getting to an hour and 15 minutes long. So what do you guys say we cut this off, and when we come back, I'm sure they will be giving us a tour of Oribos. While I'm sure Bolvar is going to try and perhaps be a little bit of a, somewhat of a diplomat here. Stay tuned.